We're at the Cochise course, designed by Jack Nicklaus. We're at Desert Mountain in Scottsdale, Arizona, as ESPN welcomes you. It's final round live coverage of the tradition, presented by Mobil. The Sonoran Desert, a province of natural mysteries where patient observation is the key that unlocks its secrets. And here at the Cochise course, the man that knows most of the secrets designed the golf course and is the defending champion, Jack Nicklaus. He started out the day at 6 under par, 5 behind Phil Rodgers and Jim Colbert. Earlier, at the par 5 fourth, an eagle try for Nicklaus to go to 9 under. The bear is back, 2 off the lead at that point, but he bogeyed the 5th hole to fall to -8. Then Nicklaus on the tee at the par 3 7th, 201 yards away, a 4-iron. Watch this shot. Jack would make that putt to go to 9 under par, and he birdied the 8th hole to go to -10. That's the way he was at the turn. Jim Colbert at the par 5 8 to go to 12 under. Into the heart of the hole, and at the turn, Colbert 2 up over Jack, 3 in front of Phil Rodgers, with whom he's paired. But a bogey at 10, and Colbert fell back to 11 under par. Nicklaus then an eagle try at 12 to tie Colbert for the lead. That close, but he tapped in for a birdie to go to 10 under and trail by 1. Phil Rodgers getting back into the game. A birdie try at 12 to go to 10 under. And oh yes, so Rodgers goes to 10 under. He and Nicklaus are tied at -10, 1 off Jim Colbert's lead. So, with 5 holes to go in regulation, here's how things stand. It's Colbert by 1 over Nicklaus and Rodgers. Dale Douglas already in at 7 under par. George Archer trailing by 4. Ben Smith at -6 along with Jim Dent. Tootie and Chichi at 5 under par. Bob Charles, Frank Beard, and Bobby Nichols all at 4 under.
But you need to get the ball up and hit it solidly.
His lead is 6 with 1 hole to play, the 72nd hole of the 1991 PGA Seniors Championship. Jack Nicklaus won it yesterday. He's just finishing up today.
Bruce Crampton here, last hole, 2nd place by 4 strokes. You know, it's interesting. Bruce Crampton is never won a major championship. He has been 2nd 5 times and lost every one of them to Jack Nicklaus. So that's an interesting stat.
Yes.
If it wasn't for that blonde guy, he would have won majors.
And there he is again.
Yep.
Jack surveying his domain. And again, we'll be moving quickly on to NBA Showtime, and we will be updating you on videotape with how Jack completes the 18th hole. It's been a lot of fun just watching him. It's going to be a lot of fun watching the NBA action today. The Detroit Pistons and the Chicago Bulls. Next, NBA Showtime here on NBC. Here at the PGA Seniors Championship, this is the winning 7-foot birdie putt of Jack Nicklaus at the 18th, the 72nd hole. He finishes at 17 under, and he wins by 6 shots. And for Jack Nicklaus, his 4th senior win in 6 starts in 2 years. Now let's go back to Bob Costas. Bob?
Welcome, everybody, and here's how things looked at the Senior Players Championship after the third round of play in Dearborn, Michigan. Lee Trevino with a 3-shot lead over Don Bees, Dave Hill, and first-round leader Jim Albus. Charlie Cootie and Jim Colbert at 6 under. Al Geiberger at 5 under par. I'm Roger Twibell along with Peter Alice, and let's take a look at some early action from today as Dave Hill at the first hole, a 408-yard par 4, this putt for birdie, and that would get him to 8 under par. Currently has a 3-shot lead. Of course, Dave Hill's putting for bogey, so he'll be dropping down, and we'll be back in a moment.
One of that. Very well done.
Well, a terrific moment for the club pro from Long Island, Jim Albus, who wins the Senior Players Championship, and he's with Ed Snead. Ed?
Jim Albus, you played a wonderful golf tournament. Is this going to change your plans now for the Senior Golf Tour?
Well, it will in the fact that I'll hopefully get to play a few more events. Ed. I'm not going to change things radically, but it'll open up a lot of doors for me, and I want to thank God, you know, for I really didn't think I had the ability to get it to this level, and it's like a dream come true for me. So,
well, Jim, congratulations. We couldn't be happier for you. You played a great tournament. Now let's go back to Roger Twibell.
Okay, thank you very much, Ed, and congratulations to Jim Albus. He wins the Seniors Player Championship. He holds on, and it's an impressive 3-stroke victory for the Club Pro. For all of us here at ABC Sports, I'm Roger Twibell. Thanks for being with us. We will see you next week at Hazeltine at the United States Open. So long, everybody. Time changes many things, mostly on the outside, but time can't change what burns inside these two. As with time, so different outside, so very much alike inside. The battle between these warriors has moved into its 4th decade. So different, but so much alike. In 1971 at Marion, the Mex's bunker shot sealed his Open playoff win against the Bear, and the game was on. 72 belonged to Jack. The Masters and Open tucked away, the Grand Slam in sight. But at Muirfield at the British Open, it was Trevino who got in the way, winning his 2nd straight Open title. And again at 74 at the PGA Championship, and again Trevino and Nicklaus, and again the Mex prevails over the Bear. It burns inside them, the feeling that earned them both major championships in their 40s. Then the 90s, as the PGA Tour put time in a bottle with the Senior Tour, and still so different outside, so very much alike inside. But some things do change with time. As Lee embraced the Senior Tour and won everything in sight, Jack was reluctant, feeling the other tour was still his place. But at the urging of Trevino, and more important, the public, who wanted things as they were once again, for those who did see the duels and for those that never got the chance, they wanted Lee and Jack back. So different outside, so much alike inside, this burning desire to win. There are Senior Tour battles that belong to Nicklaus, except the big one, the Senior Open. Last year at Ridgewood in New Jersey, Jack needed this par putt to stay within 1 of Trevino at 17, already finished and sitting in the ABC booth.
Oh, give me that trophy. Give me that trophy.
And this was the putt that finished the round as Lee won 7 tournaments and more money in 1990 than anyone in golf. So here we are again, time in a bottle. Lee Trevino, the defending champion. And Jack Nicklaus, the runner-up of a year ago. And the formula is simple. Take one of the strongest golf courses in the land, Oakland Hills, and on Sunday it will produce a final pairing of the 2 best on this tour or any tour. And today, the strongest of all warriors is time and patience. These two have stood the test of time. Now, which of these warriors will have the most patience? So different outside, so much alike inside, both with the desire to win yet one more trophy. And here's how they stand at the moment. Jack Nicklaus at +1, Rodriguez at +2, along with Al Geiberger. Trevino has made 3 bogeys so far today in the final round.
ABC Sports and the United States Golf Association proudly present the final round of the United States Senior Open Golf Championship. Come with us as we speed up the Detroit River that separates the United States from Canada and turn our eyes north to the suburb of Birmingham, Michigan and the Oakland Hills Country Club. Oakland Hills South Course was bred by Donald Ross and raised by Robert Trent Jones to be a major championship venue.
Al Geiberger, a 1-shot lead over Jack Nicklaus. Trevino at +3 along with Rodriguez. As we saw him yesterday at 16 make a crucial par putt. David, another one right there.
He's just amazing what he's done. I mean, he's hit 2 indifferent iron shots there, and it looks like his game is going the other way. If he looks back after this round, and if he should happen to win, got to think about that putt right there, that may have just changed it, because Geiberger is not a guy that beats himself.
And now it catches that big crest in the green and has gone all the way to the bottom. You know, Dave, I think he really probably hit too much club. He had to have gauged that the wind was hurting him, because 6 iron's a lot of club for 159 yards.
Yeah, with Geiberger, the Trevino, and Rodriguez, and don't forget Jim Dent, who just birdied.
Putted beautifully this week. Of course, the closer the greens get, the better Jack's stroke seems to work. And the same with Trevino. That's why they've done so well in Opens and Majors before. A little more serious today, isn't he? He really would like to win this tournament. I know a lot of people would be very pleased if he did win it.
He said he'd give back his 4 other championships this year, not the money, but he'd give back the championships to get this one.
That could be the end of Jack. Hey, that was a big risk he took there. I don't think the ball would have stopped anyway.
Yes, well, all the hype isn't really coming to much so far, because these two have been playing rather scrappily. It's been a struggle. Jack held a very good putt to sort of stay at the top of the leaderboard a couple of holes ago, and now he seems to be playing this one rather quickly.
Hit a bad 3rd shot here yesterday, but made 5.
But it's a 6. A 6 for Nicklaus. Shot dropped. Now 1 behind the leaders with holes running out. So here we are. Look at the scoreboard, and things really hotting up. It's been exciting. It hasn't been brilliant play. Certainly a risk started out, but David, there she goes. Dropped down to a good-looking tee shot. Well, he got it with 20, 30, 40 feet on the previous one. Yes, he can. Well, there's a lot of heart went into that one. Geiberger, though, still leads the way.
That was a good putt, Peter. That is a good. Oh, boy, what a four.
We'll see you tomorrow for the 18-hole playoff at 4 Eastern Time. So long, everybody. The executive producer of ABC Sports is Jack O'Hara. Today's telecast of the 1991 U.S. Senior Open was produced by Terry Jastro, directed by Andy Young, replay producer Jack Graham, replay director Bob Lanning, technical directors Werner Gunther and Gary Larkins, associate director David Kivia.
Our regular scheduled program will not be seen at this time, so that we may bring you the following ABC Sports Special.
The following is a special presentation of ABC Sports.
Association welcomes you to the United States Senior Open Golf Championship. We're at the Oakland Hills Country Club in Birmingham, Michigan, outside of Detroit. And today, on this Monday, a playoff day between Chichi Rodriguez and Jack Nicklaus for the 1991 United States Senior Open Championship. But as you can see by these pictures, at this time it is raining in the Detroit area. And consequently, after 5 complete holes of play was stopped because of lightning. Jack Nicklaus had birdied 3 of the first 5 holes. Chichi Rodriguez had made pars. They had hit their tee shots at 6 when lightning was seen at 2:26 Eastern Time. Play has been suspended since then and has rained steadily, and lightning has been seen some 50 to 60 miles to the west of here. And the weather system at this present time is west of Detroit and moving in an easterly direction. And as you can tell, that's the green at 18. Some water gathering right there. And hi, everybody. I'm Roger Twyble, and we welcome you to what we were really looking forward to being a truly exciting day, as Jack Nicklaus was looking to win the United States Senior Open Championship, a runner-up a year ago to Lee Trevino. Chichi Rodriguez looking to win his first USGA championship. And both players, of course, had chances yesterday at 17 and 18 to wrap it up on Sunday. It was not to be. And there's a look at the card. That is the lowest outgoing 9 this week, that 431. And if he pars 18, it's a course record 64 for Jack Nicklaus. A low round in the championship on Saturday by Walter Zabriskie of 66, T.C. Chen and George Archer with 65s on this South course. One of the most demanding of championship courses. And just want to remind you folks in the Eastern Central Mountain Time zones, in about a minute and a half, we're going to be joining World News tonight in Moscow for the summit.
And Chichi and a clinic. That's all you can say about this, a golf clinic today. It was his second bogey of the day on 18. If he had parred the hole, it would have been a new course record. But as it was, he shot 65 today. 65, he called it one of the best rounds of his life. He shoots 31 on the front 9. That was the low for the tournament. Nicklaus, 65. Rodriguez, 69. Jack wins his first U.S. Senior Open. It took 90 holes, but it was worth it. Afterward, first off, Chichi, his impressions of the round.
I think we both play well. You know, when you shoot 69 like I did at Oakland, Oakland Hills. Oakland Hills, you have played great golf. But Jack was extremely. I mean, the little mouse couldn't catch the bear.
It's one of the best rounds I've ever played. I think tee to green, I just played as good as I can play. Chichi played terrific, as you know. You saw that. But there's a little something. On Wednesday, Chichi gave me a little tip on hand pressure. And I carried that in the tournament, and I got a little bit better each day. And then this morning, I found a little something with my right elbow to drop it in so I could cock the club. And that's the best I've hit the ball in a long time. And just, it came at the right time.
Coming up next on SportsCenter, it's Senior Citizens Day at the Open, where it's Chi-Chi and the Bear in a two-man show.